You ever wonder if you can make your own homemade body armor? Well, there's these things right off the side of the railroad. You can get them at a local auction or just take them right off the side of the railroad. Railroad plates, I forget the exact name of them. But anyway, we're going to shoot at them, see how bulletproof they are. They're pretty heavy, but they would work well as armor. And so what we're going to try right here, we're going to shoot all these different rounds at it. We got a 22, 7.62 by 39, AR-15 round, 30-30, 30-06, 300 Winchester Magnum, and 2 different shotgun shells. We have a 7.5 birdshot and a 16-ounce slug. And so we're going to be shooting those at this steel target, and we're going to see which one goes through, if any of them. I'm guessing it'll stop up to the 30-06, but the 300 Win Mag will go through. Put what you think will happen in the comments. All right, first up we got a 22 long rifle. I'm going to take 3 shots with it.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize how quiet those were.
So I shot it 3 times with the 22. You can see where it hit there, there, and there. And does absolutely nothing to the target. There's not even a little, there's barely a dent. Coming up next, we got 7.62 by 39 out of my Century Arms, Raz 47. So this is where the 22 hit. This is where the AK hit. There's a little bit of a hole, but it does nothing on the back side. That's just a pretty big dent. So we'll go AR-15. Up next, we got a 223 coming out of my Ruger AR-556. So this is the 22, this is the AK-47, and this is the AR-15. Much smaller hole, but much deeper. Probably almost twice as deep as the AK. And that one, it did bulge it a little bit on the back. Up next, we got a 30-30 coming out of my Winchester, Model 94.
I can see where that hit.
So this is 22, AK-47, AR-15, and that's the 30-30. Did not go nearly as deep, but is much bigger than the AR-15 hole. Up next, we got a 30-06 coming out of my Remington 760. Yeah, I heard it. This is where the 30-06 hit. This is the biggest hole, widest and the deepest. I can fit my finger in there. So I'd say it's about a ½ inch in. This is from the AK, that's from the AR. That was the deepest so far, this was the widest. But that one, that's the deepest and the widest. And if you look at the back, it's starting to come out. So we'll see if this stops a 300 Winchester Magnum. I don't know, it might. So we have my 300 Winchester Magnum. We have a 150 grain soft point and a 180 grain just regular bullet. So we're going to try both of them, starting off with a 150 grain soft point.
Did you hear it hit?
I heard it hit, yeah. Are you filming? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is from the 150 grain soft point out of the 300 Win Mag. No, never mind. This is from the 150 grain soft point right there. You can see it mushroomed out the front, and look at the back. It's like almost coming through the back. It's sort of cracked, but that still would have stopped it. We've got the 180 grain 300 Winchester Magnum.
I mean, how thick?
All right, so this is where the 180 grain 300 Winchester Magnum bullet hit. And look at the back. It's bulged out even more than the 150 grain soft point, but still didn't go through. So this plate will stop a 300 Winchester Magnum. 7.5 bird shot out of a 12 gauge shotgun. I'm actually going to walk up closer. So you can see where all the little pellets hit from the 7.5 bird shot all over the place. Absolutely no damage to the plate. We'll do the slug. So now we have a 1 ounce slug out of a 12 gauge shotgun. And I don't think that I've ever actually shot a slug out of a shotgun. So this will be my first time shooting a slug.
You can see it on your shoulder.
Okay, so now we're just going to take 3 shots with a 150 grain soft point out of the 300. I don't really know where exactly I hit. I think this is a new one, this is a new one, and somewhere else in here one of these is a new one, but none of them went through on the back. So if you were wearing this, you could take multiple shots from a 300 Winchester Magnum and it still wouldn't go through. And this isn't that heavy. I don't know how much it. So we're going to take an AR-15 now and just shoot a bunch of rounds at it, see if any of them will go through. What? Look at this.
What happened?
That would be why it's not ejecting. It's still recording?
Yeah.
I was shooting it a bunch with my AR before it blew apart, but this is all the damage it did. There's some that went in pretty far on the sides there, but you'll see nothing went out the back. Oh, one went out the back. It shot straight into that 300 hole and came out the back right there. So there is a hole going straight through there. So if you were to get hit with a 300 and then an AR-15 in the exact same spot, it would go through. It still might not kill you though. Probably didn't have too much power going out. Anyway, that was pretty cool. Thanks for watching. You guys can go make your own homemade body armor now off the railroad tracks.